Think about the advice you've heard your entire life. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in the stock market. What if I told you that in 2026, this is the most obsolete idea on the planet? Why would you save money when the government is printing trillions of dollars? Why would you work for a paycheck when that very paycheck makes you a slave to taxes? Most people check the expiration date on a carton of milk, but they never check the expiration date on their own brains. Today, we are dissecting the mindset of the rich versus the poor. We're going to talk about why debt can make you wealthy, why savers are losers, and why the paycheck is the most damaging thing you can ever accept. We are going to upgrade your internal economy. Let's get into it. Inside every single one of us, there are three people. The poor person, driven by fear. The middle-class person, driven by a need for security and that steady paycheck. The rich person, driven by freedom and assets. The problem is, school only teaches you to feed the middle-class person. It doesn't teach you how to get rich. In fact, if you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know that the rich dad refused to pay a salary. Why? Because the moment you accept a paycheck, your brain goes to sleep. You become an employee. The entrepreneur mindset. Being an entrepreneur isn't about having a business. It's a mindset, a skill set, and a different set of rules. An entrepreneur doesn't need a job. They need a mission. If the economy fails in one country, they move to another. They don't operate by the same rules as the 99%. Let me tell you about the day I truly became an entrepreneur. I was working at Xerox. My boss gave me my last check, a $30,000 bonus. I was excited but also terrified. A colleague named John said to me, "You'll be back. You're going to fail." I looked at him and said, "You failed and came back. I'm going to fail, but I am never coming back." That is the attitude. If you have a safety net, if you say, "I'll go back to mommy and daddy if I fail," then you will fail. When you have no paycheck, you get hungrier. You get smarter. You find out who you truly are. Will you become dishonest? Or will you become a better human being? Success is a test of character. Most financial experts tell you, get out of debt. I tell you, learn how to use debt. I recently refinanced $300 million in debt. My interest rate went from 5% to 2.5%. I made a fortune because my cost of money went down. Debt and taxes make the rich richer, and they make the poor and middle class poorer. Look at doctors. They make $1 million but pay $750,000 in taxes. Their net is small. But when an entrepreneur makes $1 million, they keep $1 million. How? By investing in real estate using the bank's money. The 4-to-1 step up. I put $1 million in real estate, and the bank gives me $4 million. The banks are screwing the savers, but they are rewarding the debtors who know the rules. In 1971, the world changed when Nixon took us off the gold standard. Money became debt. If you are still saving cash, you are holding on to trash. There is no such thing as a bad economy. There is an external economy, the world, and an internal economy, your mindset. A poor person with a poor internal economy only sees disaster. A middle-class person sees a lost job as the end of the world. But an entrepreneur doesn't have a job anyway, so a bad economy is just a change in the weather. When you fall down, a real entrepreneur says, "This is good. I'm going to go up higher." They get stronger, smarter, and happier. Your first job is to control what is inside your head, not what is happening in Washington or on Wall Street. The moment you take that paycheck, you give up control. To be rich, you must be stronger than your need for security. Stop following obsolete ideas. Stop checking the news and start checking your mindset. Learn to use debt. Understand taxes. Control your internal focus. If this video challenged your thinking, hit the like button. For those ready to master their finances, our money mastery system is waiting in the description. Subscribe to Success Mindset for more deep dives into the psychology of wealth. Don't be a slave to money. Make money your slave. See you in the next one.